This video is going to show you my home automation system named Haley. This is a multi-hardware system that I've created all or most of the software for using off-the-shelf devices. I'm going to be using an Amazon Echo a lot, so if you have one you may want to mute it, as I'll be saying the trigger word very often. Starting with the lamp here. Alexa, bedroom lamp on.
Okay.
Alexa, bedroom lamp off.
Okay.
This is a TCP connected lighting system. It's the same smart bulb that I have in my bedroom lights, which you'll see in a moment. Alexa, bedroom lights off.
Okay.
And there's two bulbs in there. Alexa, bedroom lights on.
Okay.
I also have a space heater here for the winter. Alexa, heater on.
Okay.
This is connected through a Wemo Insight switch. Alexa, heater off.
Okay.
And this is an RCA Roku Smart TV. Alexa, bedroom TV on.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on Chromecast.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on Apple TV.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on Kodi.
Okay.
Alexa, bedroom TV off.
Okay.
And up here I have a little Raspberry Pi running my Kodi box. I've got an IR receiver here that's used. I'll show you that in a few minutes. And here's my Apple TV. It's all just connected into my HDMI inputs and into my TV. And here I have one of those repurposed Amazon Dash buttons. And if I press it, it'll turn the lights off so you don't have to use the switch. And the same thing for on here. And I have an alarm keypad up here. And here is my Harmony remote. As you can see, I've got control over the bedroom lights. Turn them off. Turn them on. Can turn the heater on. Here it come on. I can turn the heater off. And I can also, not through the, this also controls the Chromecast. It's a Harmony remote. Controls my Chromecast and my Apple TV and all, and you can switch my devices through the color buttons here. This is my upstairs switch where the wiring runs in for my upstairs audio repeater. You can see down there, it's just a little cheapy Walmart speaker. It's plugged into a Apple Airport Express. A little flashing thing down there is the speaker. And up here is my Ubiquiti AP-AC long range. And down here is my hub for my TCP lighting system you saw in the bedroom. Alexa, living room fan on.
Okay.
Fan on.
So here in the living room, you can see, let me zoom this out. I've got another Echo Dot. I've got a BlackBerry playbook on the wall. And I have a Kivo lock here. So we can go ahead and check the status of the lock. Alexa, is the front door locked?
Checking. Hang on. The front door is unlocked.
Alexa, lock the front door.
Locking. Hang on.
Alexa, is the front door locked?
Checking. Hang on. The front door is locked.
And you can also open it manually. And it will update its status within a couple seconds. Alexa, is the front door locked?
Checking. Hang on. The front door is unlocked.
Alexa, lock the front door.
Locking. Hang on.
And as you can see over here, next to the actual light switch that shouldn't be turned off,
The door is locked.
there is another control here that controls the lamp over in the corner. I'll show you in a few minutes. The outside lights and the living room lights. I have a cheap V-Star doorbell camera here. You can press the button, hopefully it doesn't break my video. And as well, I've got the Kivo lock here and a lock which is usually a fingerprint lock, but the fingerprint part broke. As you can see, you can quick lock the Kivo. And while we're on the subject, this is a LifeX bulb with the infrared add-on. And I can turn it on using that X10 control you saw on the wall. And off. It also does multiple colors. Turn that off. It also does multiple colors, as I was saying, but I need to open up one of the controllers to get at those. And down in this corner you can see the living room lamp is currently on. Alexa, living room lamp off.
Okay.
Alexa, living room lamp on.
Okay.
This is a warm white and cool white selectable bulb by MyLight. It's another system I have. And this is my ceiling fan in my living room. I can control the light bulb and the fan. There's a little more intricate control in the web interface, but you can do most of the things through the Echo. Alexa, living room lights off.
Okay.
Alexa, living room lights on.
Okay.
Alexa, living room fan on.
Okay.
And there's the fan running at low speed. And in a moment I'll show you the wall control that can control all of the speeds as well. It can be controlled through the web interface, which I'll show you near the end. So this again is another X10 control. This can turn off the living room lights. Batteries might be getting low on it. But no, they're working. You can also change the speed of the fan, so I can set it to high. And this fan came with a wireless remote, and I've just tapped into the contacts on it and connected it to a relay board. And I'll show you that when we get downstairs. And this is the Lutron Cassetta system I have in my office. The LEDs don't really like dimming, but as you can see, it does control them. And they can also be controlled through my Amazon. I'll show you the lights here being controlled through the Amazon in just a moment. And I have the fixture exposed here so I can have a whole bunch of bulbs in there. Alexa, office lights off.
Okay.
Alexa, office lights on.
Okay.
And this thing right here is the My Light controller. This controls the living room lamp right now. I also have an RGB My Light that I'm not using anymore. I replaced that with the LifeX. This right here is the other My Light RGB bulb. I also have this My Light controller that lights up with RGB colors. I may show you this in a few moments later on if I get around to it. And this is the wall where all of my HVAC, etc. is controlled from. I also have a another cassetta switch for the bathroom because they stuck the lights outside the bathroom for some reason. This is a radio thermostat, Wi-Fi thermostat here. It's a touchscreen. You can set the temperature and it connects through Wi-Fi. This is my HRV control for ventilation. And then my alarm system. And in the bathroom, I've built this Wi-Fi controlled light switch. It's just inside a cardboard box, a little Arduino, and a regular Decora switch. And you can flip it on, and it will turn on the lights and off. I can also control these through my Amazon. Alexa, bathroom lights on. Alexa, bathroom lights off.
Okay.
So that's this switch here, and it's powered over a USB. There's the cord here running to a plug. And up on the ceiling there is a X10 motion detector. So once it gets dark out after a certain time, the system will automatically turn on and off the bathroom lights based on motion. This is my automation PC. It's a little dusty. I've got a Nexus 4 here. This is using a pay-as-you-go sim. And it will allow me to send and receive text messages if the power goes out. I've also got a little relay board down here, Raspberry Pi, and a bunch of other junk. This is a pan tilt zoom IP camera, and another one over here, and yet another one over here. Now this is an insight switch here that's used to detect when the washing machine is running, so it can give accurate timings and make announcements when the machine is done. Also up here is another Wemo regular switch. This controls the booster fan, which allows additional airflow to my upstairs. Up here is where all the wiring is coming to. I've got a 24 port gigabit switch, got an edge router light, Western Digital Ready NAS, which allows me to store all my video files. It also allows me to play videos to all my TVs, which I have Chromecasts on. And I also have a Lutron hub down here. And behind me, you can't really see it because it's kind of stuffed up in the ceiling, is my other AC long range by Ubiquity. And this white box over here behind all these wires, right here, this has a relay board in it, and that's wired into my garage door opener, as well as my gate outside, which can be locked and unlocked remotely and based on alarm events, as well as my alarm system is down here. And this thing right here is an alarm status indicator as well as other indicator. It shows the status of various sensors in the house by changing colors. This is actually a Nextech or Radio Shack male indicator that I've repurposed. There's also a little speaker system here, as well as an LCD display that has various status information on it from the automation system. And I've got another Harmony remote here for my TV. I can also control my entertainment system through my web interface. That's for my main entertainment system. So as you can see, I'm just going to use my playbook here to turn on the TV mode. And if we turn back here, see the TV is turned on, the receiver is turned on. And now we got sound. And if we want, we can go ahead and bring up the receiver menu, the receiver tab, and we can turn the volume up.
Proven winner who only became available because he worn out his welcome to San Antonio. But here's the rub. It's the Southern California
Turn
guy
up the volume.
who wants to play in Toronto for the Southern California guy who reports suggest doesn't. Awkward.
Also got controls for my bedroom TV and my living room TV,
and it is just a business at that point. And they gave up a star and some of these very
as well as various activities here. I'm going to switch it to Chromecast mode, for example. And we'll see here, the TV is switching into Chromecast mode. You can also access the lights. And as you can see, I've got control over all of the lights here in my system, as well as my fan. I can go into color pickers by using the option setting here. I can control the colors. I'm not sure if the playbook actually supports this. I'll show you on my actual computer, the web interface. And I'll just quickly show you that I can go ahead and hit the high button for the fan. And we'll see the fan speed up any moment now. And if we go back here, you'll see that the fan is marked as high now. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the all off on my playbook, and it all shuts down. And back here you can see the IP to IR 3-channel output device. This is controlling the TV receiver, etc. And down in the deep dark hole there you can see the Kivo Connect, which is allowing my lock to communicate with the Amazon Echo and the internet. There's also an Echo in the kitchen here for both commands and music. And another Echo down in the basement here, again for commands and music. And I have a Wiser power bolt here. This is just for quick access to my back door without a key. And here is my key fob. This controls my garage door. And in here I have another Wemo switch. This is for the garden lights you'll see in a few minutes. Also another pan tilt camera in here, as well as a Chromecast music up here somewhere that's wired to an outdoor speaker. which is currently out of service. Here's my electronic lock on my gate. Again, key fob. Here, click. So the gate is locked. Press again. And now it's unlocked. Of course, all of this can be managed through the web interface. Let me get my finger out of the way here. So, start off with the temperature, climate control. And as you can see, there's control of the booster fan in the basement, as we saw, as well as the heater up in my room, and the main thermostat. This is essentially a graphical representation of the actual thermostat. And you can see the various buttons here are clickable. So we want to change the temperature here. Just change the temperature. And it will load up and change the temperature. And onto the lighting tab here. So as you can see, we've got control over the bathroom lights, the bedroom lamp, front door lights, master bedroom including a dimming function, the aurora in the living room, which I'll show you in a few minutes. I completely forgot about that. The garden light you saw earlier, the living room lamp, which can be switched between daylight and soft white. So I'll show you that slider here. I should turn that on when it refreshes here. There's also a control to turn off the motion detector in the bathroom if you want to be in the dark. And switch it back to soft white. And this screen also updates in nearly real time, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the remote control button here for my Lutron system, and you'll see my office lights will turn off. And that should go red momentarily here when it refreshes. And again, I'll turn them back on. And within a few seconds, without me doing anything, it should go ahead and switch over to being on. And last but not least on this page, the color controls. So if we bring up options on the front door lights, for example, you can see that we have control over the brightness, whether we're in soft white, daylight mode, or color mode. Control the IR settings, as well as the actual color of the bulb. So here's the better angle for me. So I can turn the IR on and off, as well as open up a full-fledged color picker. I can select a particular color, any color I want, and then just hit OK. And then all I have to do is hit OK on here, and it will change the front door lights to that color. You can also create lighting and alarm and TV schedules from here to turn things on and off. And here's the remote control screen, as you saw before on the playbook. It's exactly the same, so I'm not going to really spend any time on this. You won't really be able to see the results of these things being clicked anyway from here. And here's my alarm. And here you can see the alarm keypad. It's got controls for the overhead door, the garage door, the gate, as well as the standard items, and it will show lights for ready and away. That also is a control and a status for my front door. And then there are some water detection systems that are connected to my Raspberry Pi. And finally, my camera setup here. This doesn't have all of my cameras, but it's got most of them. I use IP Cam Viewer on my phone for the most part for these. There is a pen tilt control box here. Here is the front camera inside that points at either door. It automatically adjusts based on which door has been opened. Here's one in the basement. Some of these aren't working apparently. And then there's a alarm-based DVR at the bottom that you can use to bring up previous events. And finally, there's a system configuration here that lets you decide what kind of access people can have. Allows granular access to the various systems, as well as what they can access and how long they can access it, what days they can access it on, and what they can actually control. And there's some basic administration and session management. The system uses one-time passwords and other security features to keep the bad guys out. As promised, here's my Aurora LED decoration thing. Alexa, turn on Nemo.
Okay.
This is really hard to film. It doesn't look anything like this in person. It's very vibrant. And I've got it turned very low. Alexa, living room 5%.
Okay.
Alexa, living room 50%.
Okay.
Alexa, living room 100%.
Okay.
You really can't see it properly like this. Alexa, turn on Christmassy.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on white.
A few things share that name. Which one did you want?
White.
Okay.
Alexa, living room off.
Okay.
Here's the MyLight working. Any moment now. Start its cycle. Last couple items here. This is the homemade water sensor here. It's using a couple wires connected into the Raspberry Pi. And here is the relay control center for the fan and the HRV. And here you can see the RF receiver. This is connected to another Arduino, and that will transmit controls from my Harmony remote to control lights and send signals to the PS3. And this little thing is it's got an RGB LED on it, as well as a temperature humidity sensor, and it transmits data from my bedroom to my MQTT server, so I can monitor the temperature in here, and I can use that to control my my air conditioning system, as well as my heater, my space heater. Here's a video of that hub thing, because I can't seem to get it to work right now, but as you can see, it flashes and makes colors. And last but not least, there are in fact two smart bulbs inside this fixture, but it is a three-way switch, so I'm usually just turning on and off. But if I forget to turn it off, I can always control it remotely. And if I decide to leave it on, I can control it remotely. And one last thing. This, in the corner of my second floor, is a motion detector. Another one of those X10 units like it's in the bathroom. This one can detect you going downstairs, and it can automatically turn on the lights in the bathroom so you have some light as you go down the stairs, since the bathroom is directly opposed to the staircase. Hope you enjoyed this tour of my automation system, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks.